Good morning, everyone. It's the Daily Comic Show. I am DJ Kaufman, the cartoonist here at VeeFriends. This is the VeeFriends Daily Comic Strip. Today I'm going to be drawing the comic strip live. I'm going to be opening some of these minis for the pencil toppers and a live chat talking about life and stuff. You know, whatever the topic of the week is. This week it's Tremendous Tiger is the character of the week. Character of the week, sorry. And I'm going to start a warm-up right now, just getting into it. Every day I'm going to do a warm-up drawing of a character I haven't drawn before in the VeeFriends universe. VeeFriends is over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. Oh my goodness. Yeah, VeeFriends is over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. This is Grateful Gar. So yesterday on the stream, Grateful Gar, let's see here, I'm not live on Instagram yet. Let's do that. Let's see why that's not going. Okay. Hopefully we'll be live on Instagram soon. Anyways, I'll do a little warm-up drawing of Grateful Gar this morning. If you have a VeeFriend that you like, make sure my chats are up here. If you have a VeeFriend that you like and you want to see me draw in the warm-up, let me know. Today I'm going to draw Grateful Gar, and then I'm going to get to drawing some of the comic strips. So I'm going to start just my warm-up sketching here. Before I do that, let me try one more thing here. Bear with me, folks. Okay. I'm trying to add our Instagram stream. Some mornings it's tricky, so. Doesn't want to cooperate. Make sure that see if that works. All right, I'm gonna get the drawing anyways. If it doesn't come on, that's fine. We're live on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Good morning, everybody. Morning, Steve over in Ireland. So yeah, I like to do a little warm-up. Haven't really drawn anything today. I did a little sketching. We'll get to that in a little bit. How I start every sketch would be I start on a rough layer and I kind of just look at Grateful Gar here. Here's a picture of him standing up. So I'm just kind of like looking at the basic shapes of how he looks, and I'm going to just draw a couple shapes in here just to kind of get it right. Looks really small, but I also kind of want to give it my own little pose. I always kind of go off the version 2 VeeFriends. If you're new to VeeFriends, let me know. Version 1s of VeeFriends are like the first drawings that Gary made, the creator of VeeFriends. And then version 2s are the drawings from our trading card game and NFTs, digital collectibles. So I'm going to go ahead and just, I kind of like him standing up like that, but he is a fish, so I think we're going to go with this pose here. So I'll just blow this little pose up. Let's do that. We'll go about that big, I think. fade that out just to kind of get the energy of the pose in. It's kind of how I like to do it. And then from here, it's just a lot of fun to kind of point out Grateful Gar's features here. He's got that snout, or that nose, which is probably going to be, you know, the tip of it here. I'll draw like the contour of his head. Morning, Renee. New to VeeFriends? That's great. Everything you need to know about, don't leave the stream here, but VeeFriends.com. We've got a trading card game. We've got these minis. Oh, I forgot to open the mini. I'm out of sorts this morning. Out of whack. Over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him as Gary V on the internet. Yeah, like I said, over 280 characters here. The comic corner is up here. I'm DJ Kaufman. I draw the daily comic strip for the past. We started about January 1st. So there's over 6 months worth of comic strips here that you can look through that feature a lot of the characters. The whole point of VeeFriends is it's sort of like, we like to say, Sesame Street meets Pokemon. And I like to kind of think of it as like Sesame Street for adults kind of thing too, you know. Kind of speaking to the 8-year-old in all of us. Helps think about the soft skills, gives you kind of an excuse to stop and think about. Here we have Grateful Gar here, so the topic of being grateful and gratitude. Just to kind of pause for a moment when you see the characters and think about and just meditate on those topics. Okay. Got the weird little he almost has like a mean, you know, he looks like he's a mean guy, but it's just his face. I think Grateful Gar is definitely grateful. I don't think he's nefarious. I kind of have a face like that, where I have resting sad face, I guess, or resting angry face. People will say, DJ, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm 90% happy all the time. Just so you know, in case you didn't know. So if you ever see me in a picture like hanging out, I look sad. It's just my face. I was born that way. Not much I can do about that. Some people just look mean when they're calm face. Morning, Tyler. Sketching up Grateful Gar here. It's weird, I just noticed he's got like 6 fins. Strange. So if you're new to VeeFriends, you want to look around and you see a VeeFriend you like, that you'd like me to draw, I'll do it in the warm-ups on these daily streams. So this week I'll be live every day, 8 a.m. to 9:30 Eastern time in the morning. And just kind of, what we do here is just kind of chill out. Well, I'm drawing, I'm drawing a comic, so it's kind of part of my work. But just hanging out with you, chatting in the live chat whenever I get a second. I'll check out the comments. Have I drawn Stoic Slime yet? No, I have not. So I'm going to write that down for next wish list. These are warm-up drawings for me, so I'm only going to spend, 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes doing like a warm-up sketch of the characters. that I'll probably come back to. I mean, these sketches will probably end up as something. I'll flesh them out and use them as something in the future. Maybe a sticker or like an inspirational meme or something like that. You know, yesterday I drew the offense-oriented orangutan, and I still wasn't kind of happy with his dome here. It needs to be a little thinner, right? Like the shape of an orangutan's head needs to be like that. Anyways, so I can just jump around and work on these sketches as a warm-up to get my brain and my pencil moving here. I do not draw the super sticker designs, but there are some comic strip stickers coming out. But I'm doing a lot more. You're going to see some of my art on a lot more VeeFriends stuff. The football day, the big day, big game drawing with everybody all beefed up, I drew that. So just saw one of those live in Kansas City. That was fun to see live. I can't believe I'm so bummed out right now with this. I'm gonna try one last time. I'm gonna try to get the Instagram going one last time. Okay, let's see. VeeFriends Comic Show live. Let's try it one more time. There's a process you have to do to create a special stream for Instagram. Copy that key. Be so nice if it just decided to connect. I kind of watch out of the corner of my one eye to see if this little go live button goes on, but sometimes Instagram doesn't want to behave. But I've got you here on YouTube and whatnot. Oh, hey, look, it's working. It's gonna work. All right, perfect. Definitely want to be live on Instagram. Okay, so we're live on Instagram. Good morning, Instagram. This is the Daily Comic Show. I'm going to do a real quick reset, then we're going to get into drawing the comics. This is the Daily Comic Show. I'll be drawing a daily comic strip here live, featuring El Tigre Tremendo, the Tremendous Tiger, and opening some minis, which I haven't done. I'm going to do that right now. Let's do that. So about 10 minutes in, the show really begins, I guess. The stream, the show, whatever. It's just me working on comics and you hanging out. You're hanging out in the chat. We're going to talk about life and stuff, probably. Oh, look, I got a bubblegum or a glow-in-the-dark astronaut. All right, we'll pop him on for right now. These are the VeeFriends Minis. Again, if you're not familiar with VeeFriends, please go to the website VeeFriends.com. You can check out all the characters. We have over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. That was Grateful Gar I was just drawing. So 280 characters. There's a countable ant there. They all have like different traits. Innovative Impala, principled praying mantis. One of my favorites is ambitious angel. We kind of talk about the topics, but mold them into content like comic strips, like I'm drawing here today. And I'll check out the chats as I'm going for the next hour and a half or something like that. And I will maybe even do some sort of surprise and delight giveaway today. So you have to stay tuned for that. Right on. So that's our Grateful Gar for today. That's my warm-up sketch. if you have a VeeFriend that you want me to draw, if you're familiar with VeeFriends, if you're part of the community, and you want to see me do one of the warm-up sketches in the morning, I'll do that. Tell me which one. The next one's going to be probably Stoic Slime. Thanks to, I think Crypto Dogface. I think you said that right. Crypto Dogface. I love saying the usernames. Munch Crypt over on YouTube said never seen the minis before. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, these minis are some of my favorite things. They're collectible and kind of rare as well. Like, you can get the ones that are diamond. That's an aspiring alpaca. And I like them, of course, because, well, when I put them on my pencil, I can drum on my iPad and not, destroy it. Good morning over on Instagram. I see you. You guys are still not unaware. I don't understand what you mean there. Okay. Love your work. Keep it up. Thank you. I'll do a quick scan. Good morning. Yes, I'm drawing live here. I know I'm just talking right now, but I'm going to be drawing live. Take a look at yesterday's comic strip, how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty good. We were drawing this on yesterday's stream. This was the day one tiger. This was Gary's original drawing. I put that on the wall. That's the version 1, like I said. Version 2 is kind of from the digital collectibles and the trading card game. And then now, I'm not calling him version 3. I'm just saying this is just a fun thing that I thought of. He's tremendous. They gave me like carte blanche to say like do whatever you'd like with Tremendous Tiger, and so this is what I did. So he's feeling very small, and then he's walking away with the tiger. So we saw that one yesterday, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, today's comic, we roll right into that, and here we've got a small, scrawny kid. So this is the one that I was drawing yesterday. That's correct. Yes. So many comics to do. So he's scrawny. This guy's like Fat Chance Kid. We did that, his vibe kind of melting. We talked about that. We did that live yesterday. Someone mentioned, I forget who mentioned it, but why don't you draw it melting? Maybe it was AJ's Rugs. I'm not sure. And then we got the tiger hands coming in the panel to grab this jerk hat. He's like, don't listen to this hater. He's like, El Tigre Tremendo. So this is the first time we're seeing the lucha version of a VeeFriend, really. So Munch Crypt, you're right. These minis will look great at your workstation. That's actually interesting that you say that. These little characters, they're on eBay right now, probably. Macy's. They're the Macy's figures. We've got those. We've got... Hold on. Grab some of these. We actually have bigger versions of them too. So this is the practical peacock. This is the genuine giraffe. Those are just the ones I have within shot. There's the wizard. Big wizard. They do kind of look cool around your office or whatever. There's the little wizard. So there's like a little version, big version. They look cool on your bookshelf. Also, they're just like nice reminders. I'll talk about that in a second. Let me put these back. Gosh, my office is like overtaken by VeeFriends, which is cool. I like to have them around. So anyways, when Gary first came up with this idea for VeeFriends, it was actually called Workplace Warriors. And as we're looking at this comic, he just kind of throws the guy aside. The origin story of VeeFriends is Gary was walking around, saw that people had action figures and things on their desk because, it just kind of breaks up your routine a little bit, gives you something to think about, and he thought, what if I made characters that weren't like Superman or some like people have Iron Man figures on their desk and stuff, but it it means something special to them, but like, what if there was something that could help them at work, like gratitude and patient panda, like being patient, you know, it's probably one of the biggest things at work. And that's kind of where VeeFriends was born. And he had that idea in his head for a long time. And now I'm going to start working on the next strip. I'll talk about that as I go through. Okay, Corso. Yeah, Corso said it was. AJ's Rug said make the vibe melting, so that's what I did. Tim Livingston, hey man, what's up? I follow you on X, Twitter. Oh, it's really hard for me to call it X. Thanks, man. Thanks for the shout out. Each panel is so vibrant. Feel the energy of the scene. That means a lot. Thanks for saying that. What software am I using to broadcast? I'm using a mixture of OBS, which is free, and then we use Restream to broadcast out to all of the channels. And then I have to kind of do some magic on Instagram to make it work. Hello from the UK, Brighton, UK. Danny, good morning. Well, good afternoon to you, right? It's like 6 hours difference. I see a lot more people have joined now. So if you're not familiar with VeeFriends, I'm just going to do a real quick reset here. Sorry to repeat myself to those that have been listening, but hey, you know, the more we repeat it, VeeFriends is 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him as Gary V. We have the VeeFriends trading card game with many streams that you can see online for that. We've got the VeeFriends minis. I'll be opening probably 5 more of these guys on today's stream. And random characters in there. We've got the children's book coming out July 16th. You can go pre-order that right now. It's Meet Me in the Middle. Really great book. Gary's excited. We're all excited about that. It's Gary's first children's book. And it's VeeFriends' first children's book. And of course, I'm real excited about VCon. That's our own convention that we have out in Los Angeles this year, August 9th through 11th. You can get all this information and read more comics and more at VeeFriends.com. I'm going to shut up about that and start drawing some comics now. That would be good. Such a neat idea, and from the office worker, very needed. Yeah, I mean, Gary sees those things. And it's true. I used to have like random things on my desk. But having like it works, I'm going to tell you, because having these VeeFriends, I work at VeeFriends now, and it's like, but having the VeeFriends laying around my office, I look at them and I see Love Trooper here. You know, Love Trooper, he's kind of like the opposite of a Stormtrooper. So it's like, how do you, I don't know, you know, how do you be grateful and send some love to somebody randomly today? You know, it's kind of it reminds me like, oh, you know what? I need to tell somebody I love them today. Okay, so this comic that I'm working on today, the concept is we're going to have a character here on this side. Oh, maybe. We're going to have a character on that side. And he's going to be like making a 5-year plan on this really messy board here. He's kind of like laid out his vision board or his whatever it is on an easel. So I'm just going to kind of pencil in these characters real quick. So that's the step I'm in now. Good morning, Jake. Hey, in the chat, if you're watching, if you have a favorite VeeFriend, let me know in the chat and why. I always like to hear why. And I'll check the chats here and there. We'll do a mini break here in a couple minutes. I gotta get this comic cooking. Cook up this comic here. So yeah, I'm in the penciling stage right now. I've already done, like, this is like the rough what's going to happen. It's just like some rough figures, just like I showed at the beginning of this stream. And I kind of got to figure out what human character is going to go over here. And I think since I'm going that route of, Tremendous Tiger as a wrestler, I think we're going to have like this, I don't want to say a dumb wrestler guy. I don't want to say that, but like a that's mean. But he's gonna be working on his 5-year plan over here. Like he's like, what is that? So I'm gonna draw like a muscular, guy. I want this to like kind of appeal to gym rats and stuff like that. So we're gonna flesh this out a little bit. He's gonna have like a dry erase marker in his hand or something like that. Tighten it up as we go. So you'll see me like sketching and working on a lot of body language first. Like the expressions are fun to do last, but first I got to get like the structure of the panel. He's going to be a little bit bigger. With the magic of the iPad here, I can move things around a bit from the original sketch. Someone said, how long does it take to draw a comic? Saw that. The dailies take, anywhere between... see, Corso. The dailies take anywhere between 4 to 5 hours. Let's say closer to 5 hours per strip. And then the Sunday comics, which are bigger, take about 10. So about double. 8 to 10 hours of on-screen drawing time. So that means, it doesn't count like getting up to take a break or taking lunch or something like that. I think we're going to have another... I like to put more hands in comics here. So the most expressive things that you talk with are your hands and your expressions on your face. So like, I also kind of just want to get rid of the words for right now, because I know what they're saying, and sometimes I'll talk out what they're saying. So we got Tremendous Tiger coming in here going like, what's all this stuff? Like, what's all this junk? And we got this fella with his arm looks a little weird here. I'm going to fix that. Work. And I'm kind of going with the fact that like they're maybe in like a wrestling, they're wrestlers. Just to mix it up a little bit. We're gonna have this guy over here. He'll have that like, be funny if I made it look like Logan Paul, but I'm not gonna get that. So we know Logan Paul, I guess. Logan Paul owns some VeeFriends. Heard. I don't know which ones personally, but I believe he is a VeeFriends holder. Love him or hate him, I guess. Like so many people are like, oh, he's like a heel or something in wrestling, but this guy's gonna be legitimately happy about his 5-year plan. What I really need here in this panel is the fact that his plan looks like just a bunch of sticky notes everywhere. We'll have fun writing on those sticky notes. And like maybe like a, looks like a playbook or something. Just a mess. needed to be kind of overflowing because the next panel will be tremendous tiger smashing this board in half. And I want to have like colorful post-it notes flying everywhere. So he'll have something written there. We'll write 5-year plan here. 5-year plan. It's like the oldest thing in adult life. When you're in business or whatever, someone's like, what's your 5-year plan? And so the idea here is that you spend so much time planning that you don't actually get to the doing. So we've got another wrestling buddy here. And I'm going to make tremendous tiger. It's kind of like, what's all this junk? I'll move his head up too. It's just that that's where the original gesture sketch was there, so I just want to capture that real quick. Also to be able to kind of like review my board. Can't see that I'm doing right now is kind of looking at another board just to make sure I get, if I've drawn him without the mask on, just want to make sure I get the patterns of his stripes down correctly. He looks confused. Of course, I was trying to get to 10K likes on TikTok. We're at 4.8K. Corso. Keep liking, get to 10K. All right. I have a vision, but I don't have. Dog Mama, what's up? Good morning. Good morning, Rocky, over on TikTok. Morning, guys. Authentic Anaconda, I've drawn him. Jake says Authentic Anaconda was his favorite because for years he wasn't his authentic self. That's cool. I'm going to grab that real quick. Yeah, what I asked earlier was if you have a VeeFriend that you like and why, you might say it. If you've said it before, you don't have to repeat it if you've been in the chat before. I like to hear from new people. But you can repeat it for other people if you'd like. I'm not telling you you can't. But I like to just talk about, we got a lot of people collecting and already vibing with the VeeFriends. So I just like to talk to, we call them holders, people that own the digital collectibles and some of the trading cards and collectible stuff. I like to call them fans or friends or, you know, whatnot. I know he's got a line between this, and then this line's kind of the top of his natural white in his eye. Not a complicated character to draw, but it's, if you don't get the pattern right of the tiger stripes, you can really mess it up. Good. Let's get this down. Now I'm gonna take him, like I said, and kind of move him up. I want him to be bigger than the other wrestler guy. If that makes sense. what's all that junk? It's kind of sometimes you'll just hear me, speaking it out loud. I don't do voices of the characters, but I will repeat what they're saying. I can kind of hear them in my head. So if I say like, what's all that junk? He's kind of like looking, confused. Like, what is all that junk? And then I'll try to capture that expression on his face. If that makes sense. Some animators will look in the mirror and kind of like make faces and stuff. I'm not comfortable doing that. Not for any real reason of, it's weird. I personally don't like it. Hey, look at that. Over 10K likes over there on TikTok. Thanks, guys. We're live on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching on those channels. Most of our watchers are on X right now. That's where a lot of people hang in the original community. I'm really trying to, I'm getting the focus on like not moving the community, but like over on Instagram. So if you're watching on Instagram, please like the comic. Paul said, what is the drawing program I'm using over on Instagram? Paul, the drawing program I'm using is Procreate. It's just my favorite drawing app. So here we go. I'm going to draw another hand here. So what I said was, when I say the dialogue out, I kind of want the hand to match what he's saying too. So if he's like, what's all this crap? Or, what's all this junk? You can skip the lucha. Sometimes I think I'll draw him in the lucha mask, and sometimes I won't. We'll take a break here in a second. Look. Just want to get this, because I kind of want to emphasize that he's got this big heart pattern on his chest. I'm tapping, not tapping. Hey Mary, what's up? Mary, I think that's Mary from Quite Contrary now. Instagram. I've got your package to send out. It's downstairs. Our electric went out in the middle of the day, so I couldn't use the shipping machine. But I might just walk it on down to the post office today. Just mail it old school. But I put some extra stuff in there for you. Something special. So thanks for sending the good vibes and the messages and stuff. Appreciate you. Yeah, so this is Procreate, and I'm on an iPad Pro. Looks a little bit different because I'm holding the iPad in a Sketchboard Pro, just a holder for it. But yeah, iPad Pro. It's not the newest version of the iPad Pro, but I don't know. This is probably a couple years old. I think any version, if you're interested in drawing, like really any version of the iPad can draw in Procreate now. So don't sweat that. Okay, so we've penciled that out. That's pretty cool. That's a good looking panel. And if we have the text back on, I can see kind of where the shapes are. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get this text, I'm always on the first panel, I'm trying to push the text down so it's a little bit readable in the first panel for Instagram when it cuts off. That's the sound of, I need to take a mini break here and open up one of the minis. But what we're going to do is show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to move this text down. Now I know it's kind of probably within the square frame that for the feet, or what do we call it, the grid, on our profile on Instagram. I at least want this band's excitement for his 5-year plan before Tremendous Tiger destroys his 5-year plan. I want that in there. Okay. That should fit, and I'm going to tilt it a little bit. And then we'll go in and just pencil in the word balloon. I'm going to ink a lot more post-it notes in there. I'm not going to do that right now. But this was what I had in mind for the first panel. Anyways, seems a little weird there. Let's see if it's right. You can kind of look just cartoony, beefy, He's tremendous. So 17K likes over there on TikTok. Jeez, you guys are awesome. Thanks. That might be a record. Can we get to 20? I'm sure. Lots of artists over on Instagram. That's interesting. Of course, because Instagram's pretty well oriented for artists, right? Yeah, this is everything I do inside of is in Procreate. I create these folders. Let's go back and look at all of May's comics. Are all in here. All of them. Here's one of our best performing ones was Comfort Zone. YOLO Yak Week. So yeah, all the comics are kind of grouped. I do other stuff. I run the Daily Drawing Club, and I do a lot of sketching. I do a lot of visual communicating. That's the best. That's the way that I like to communicate and get my ideas across. Even with the talk I did in Kansas City, I was sketching out, to show like this is how we're making comics, and this is who Gary is, by the way. I should just make this as my reset, actually. Hey, Gary, VeeFriends is 280 characters, created by Gary Vaynerchuk. This guy, you might have seen him on the internet, Gary V. He created this to kind of amplify happiness and soft skills and make them cool out into the world. So we've got the minis here, the mini machine. Let's open one right now. Pop off astronaut, put him there. I'm feeling this one. No, I want to open a green one. All right, let's open this one. This is a season 1. Yeah, that's what I thought. Season 1 mini. Let's open this guy. Bear with me here. ASMR. Yeah. What do we got? We got Gratitude Gorilla Bubblegum. Smells like bubblegum. Yep, can confirm. Smells like bubblegum. Yeah, the comics are great. Really vibe with them. Thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. Yeah, we were doing, like I was saying, hey, come hang at our booth when we were in Kansas City. But this is kind of how I communicate, visually, real quick. It's kind of just my style of getting my ideas across really fast. Here's some sketches I did for Driven Dragon Week. You saw some of these become things. That actually went into a strip. I think this one actually went into a strip as well. And that's kind of how I ideate some of the comics. This week it's Tremendous Tiger, and we are in a whole new month. So I wanted to take the cute little Tremendous Tiger, version 2 Tremendous Tiger, and turn him into a big version of himself, right? And that's what we've done. Today's comic. Make sure you go like this over on Instagram. Comment that you watched the stream too. That would be nice, right? Comment that you watched some of this being drawn this week. Like I said, we sometimes I'm going to ask the chat too if you're listening. You know, like if I get stuck and I'm like, I don't know what this should say. So yesterday someone, AJ's Rugs over on TikTok, said like, why don't you make the vibe melting? Like this guy's crushing his vibe. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about some of this week's concepts. So today the concept is, or this is tomorrow's comic, 5-year plan. This man's making a 5-year plan, and in the next panel he's smashing the board. So let's just pencil that out real quick, just because it's going to be fun to look at. I'll try to keep that on. I'll try to keep it both up. It might be hard for me to like not want to zoom in on it, but let's try that. Yeah, right? It did come out nice. Thanks, AJ. Thanks for the idea. Hey, Mary, have a nice day. She's off to the gym. It's early. I think she's in Arizona. So good. We'll see you soon. I'll mail your stuff, I promise. I need like a clone. Yep. Thanks over on Instagram. Thanks for reading the comic. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys commenting on the comics too. You know, even if you're just like, hey, this is cool, or hey, if you think it sucks too, you can just say that as well. I don't care. You know, that's not nice, but if you don't like the comics, well then I don't know why you're here reading the comics. But okay, so we got this. He's kind of taking that board and cracking it right in half. So this is going to be his knee right here. Right, so I just need to draw like a big calf, and he's got those. This is a good excuse to draw the bottom of his foot, his paw, claw, foot. And some of the characters, I stick to this every time I'm doing it, is some of the characters have claws on their feet and some don't, and the tiger does. So anytime I'm going to get an excuse to kind of show his feet, I want to draw those, the bottoms of his feet. He doesn't have any stripes on his legs, so what I did was I put boots on him that do have the stripe pattern for his wrestler persona, you know. And he's got littler legs too. It's like he skipped leg day at the gym. You know, that's probably gonna be that's a funny. That might just be a funny one-off, silly one. Like, Tremendous Tiger, you're pretty awesome, but what's up with your legs, man? Like, oh, I'm skipping leg day. You're right. You got me. Because he's like, it's hard. And then the next panel, he walks in and he's got like giant legs. I think I just wrote a comic right there. Gotta have a snapping. Alright, we're gonna have like post-it notes flying everywhere too, just for the action. Just wrecking this dude's plans. You know, sometimes you gotta get your point across. You gotta, you know, Just take the whole dry erase board and just smash it in half. I worked for, let's curb that story. Let's say I know of a place. Nah, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to censor myself. All right. Once upon a time, there was this company that got like a new CEO, and you know, some of the people loved the new CEO. They were like, "This is a good energy," but there were like people that were like missed the old CEO, and it wasn't like really like a corporate takeover or anything. But the new CEO was like, he took all the values down off the walls. There's like 3 values, and the company wasn't really following their values. And he thought that it was a good idea as like a show to take them off and throw them on the ground. But he threw them on the ground and they like smashed or something, and it was really like louder than he thought, I think. And then people were scared and like left the meeting. And they were like, "This is a toxic work environment already." It's like, whoops. That backfired real fast. The theatrics of doing this in real life might not work out for you. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Did you like what I did there? I had to kind of censor myself and then just kind of find a way to tell the same story without telling the story. That's good. Am I on VeeFriends only, or do I do comics on my own profile? Right now I'm doing full-time VeeFriends. It's what I think about. Morning, noon, and night, and I'm totally okay with that. I do have a... for artists that are watching, though, and I'm going to just plug myself real quick, I own the Draw or Die company. So this is what it says it is. It motivates visual storytellers to live a more sustainable creative life. So I've got a YouTube channel for Draw or Die. I got some merch. This was by another artist in the club. That's just to keep artists motivated. I have so many art friends. We've helped, oh man, I've been doing it for 2.5 years now, and we've helped thousands of artists get through tough times just by having some conversations, with them. A career choice in art or visual storytelling isn't the easiest to do or to maintain. So maintaining a healthy family life while you've got your back turned 95% of the time to your work. I mean, there's an art to balancing your life and not, going into it. Hey, thanks, Paul. Yeah, it's taken me a while to get this set up through OBS done, and I had to learn OBS a little bit. OBS is a free software for streaming, so that's kind of how I have the different screens. I can move them around. I can switch them up like this with like a push of a button. By the way, I'm DJ. Good morning, everybody. I'll be on for another half an hour or so making these comics, and I'm going to be back every day this week, 8 a.m. right here, wherever you're watching me, drawing the comic strip, doing what I'm doing here. What are we doing here? What the hell are we doing? What are we doing? Well, at VeeFriends, we're trying to make the world a happier place. Or not, that doesn't sound right. Like, that's not really we want to make positivity louder. We follow a lot of the creator Gary Vaynerchuk. What was that alarm for? I guess it's a mini break, but I just kind of took a mini break. We're not breaking right now. Let me finish this tiger and then I'll open up another mini. But yeah, VeeFriends is important to me. We follow a lot of what Gary V says in a lot of his motivational stuff. It's not just about the hustle and the grind and the, working hard and all that. He also talks about the thing that a lot of people miss is he talks about patience and gratitude and kindness. And, people don't see the part where he's got speakers like Deepak Chopra and Tim Tebow at his conferences, and it's very motivational and very helpful for a lot of young professionals, young parents. So he's also pretty tough on parenting out there, which I think, hey, I get it. I raised 3 boys, and it's parents these days are it's tough for parents, but also we're too, how do we say it the nice way? Everybody gets a trophy, and that might be messing up the kids more than we know. It might be creating like quite an emergency of mental health to the kids, because when they get out there, real life will gobble them up if they think that it can just win all the time. That failing hurts so bad that they just want to give up everything, when really the superpower is failing. I mean, that's kind of that's just this stuff that you learn in life, man. Like, the more you fail and get through it, even the tough times, then you can look back and go, wow, I see the lesson there. I see what I should have done, or what I could do better. And there's no real failing. My German friends say there are no failings, there are only learnings. And I was like, yes, thanks, German friends. I worked for a German company for 10 years, so I've got or 11 years maybe. Lost track of time. So I had a lot of friends in Germany, and they got a lot of old wise sayings and stuff. Very stoic folks. Yeah. Shout out to my old friends in Germany. Michael Johannes. Learned so much from that guy. Dennis. Who else? Johannes. Johannes didn't give a F. He just did his own thing. Everybody used to think that this guy was gruff and mean and stuff, and he came to visit the United States, and he came to our office, and he saw, I think I had a ukulele somewhere in the office, and he was like, oh, I play the banjo or the cigar box guitar. And I was like, oh, I play a 4-stringed instrument as well. And he was just, then we were pretty tight after that, because we had a connection. But communication, it's hard across the board. It can be hard when you're closed up and don't talk to each other. Well, this is a good pose. I'm pretty happy with this pose, guys. I'm feeling this tremendous pose here. I'll fix this bicep. It's a little bit. He actually has a. It's cool. 100% kids need to experience failure and losing just as much as winning. It's hard when you're a parent, because you don't want your kid to be in pain, right? Wow, 24,000 likes, 25,000. We just hit 25,000 likes over on TikTok, guys. You're just sitting there liking the crap out of the stream. That's great. Appreciate it. Checking the chats real quick. Let's open up a mini. All right, which one should I do? Yellow or orange? Which one are you guys feeling? Urban Boar over on X, linked a thing. Building something in the metaverse. be careful what you click on. Not that I don't trust you, Urban Board, but be careful clicking on. Well, it's just a Twitter link. Go check him out. See what he's up to. So, which one? Which one? Yellow? Okay, I got a yellow. Got a yellow. Orange? Okay, I got an orange. Got a yellow. Yellowstone. I'm gonna look here. Orange. That's 2 for orange. I got 3 oranges. 3 oranges. Okay, orange it is. Sorry, yellow. This is a season 2 mini. Let's see who's hiding inside. Well, do the little ASMR towards the. Stupid. All right, who's in here? Who is hiding inside? It's a Be the Bigger Person. Is it Emerald or this is the slime version, right? I don't remember. This is the Emerald version, right? Why do I want to say slime? What am I doing? Let's go see. Let's go check it out real quick. These are the minis. Yeah, Emerald. Emerald. They glow in the dark. Right. These are the most. These are the. I don't think I've ever gotten a lava. Oh yeah, I have. Never mind. They're pink. They're pinkish too. Yeah. Okay. So there he is. Be the Bigger Person. I think if we click him, we can go to his profile. You can see Be the Bigger Person, and then also the comics that Be the Bigger Person is tagged in. So we got quite a cool website at VeeFriends.com to check out, and you can read all of the daily comic strips. And I'm gonna try my best. It's not updated. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on there. Now that we have these live streams regularly, I'm going to try to link some in the actual pages, and it should float down here. So if you're watching the comic, maybe you'll be able to read or watch some of the stream. That's the plan. But, you know, we've only opened 2 of these. Let's open this yellow one, too. Let's just do it. I like to open up 5 per stream. Let's do it. It's addicting, too, just to be honest. Seasons 3 and 4 should come out soonish. All right. What do we got here? Got a Bad Intentions. See how I just said Bad Intentions? That's the character name. People will say Bad Intentions Bunny or Rabbit, but it's just no. His just name is Bad Intentions. He might happen to be a rabbit or a bunny, but he's probably up to no good. Fella. Okay, so I'm going to take this drawing. I think we're going to start inking up the top panels here. I didn't check my chats or anything this morning from work. So, you know, hey, listen, guys. I'm trying to do a stream. Nobody's bothering me. Nobody bothers me. Nobody's bothering me. I usually have my chat open as well, because sometimes it's nice to see that the team will tell me, like, DJ, you're muted, or or like, this isn't working right, or the stream is low. Speaking of which, I should get off the Wi-Fi. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Uh-oh. Am I still live? Okay, yes. So I shouldn't stop to mess it up. 26,000 likes over there on TikTok. Thanks. Thanks, Team TikTok. Over there, troopers coming in and out. People are coming in and out. It's kind of the way social media is. You know, you're flying through your feed. If you've stopped to see VeeFriends and you're new to VeeFriends and you're digging it, please follow us. Love the website setup. It's all coming together. Yeah, the website's building out. We got a lot more plans too, for kind of pulling things together, right? Chris Chan. I am Chris Chan. See your name, man. What's up? Great camera angles. Thanks. Trying my best. Good long term. I resonate. Okay. Kind of going back through the Instagram chat a little bit. Great. Thanks for those kind words. I'm glad you guys liked the comic. And we'll get there. Like I think, one of my ideas I have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of ideas. Ideas are a dime a dozen, really, but executing, taking action on the ideas is the key. Here. Kind of want to have this dude's face like, hey, that's my freaking idea board, man. Let's make him. Let's get that like broken wrestler nose kind of thing. Hey, I worked hard on that. I also set secret goals for myself. Like one of my goals is that today's comic, this comic, or no, yesterday's comic, I'd really like someone to hang this up in like their gym, because like it ends with him saying like, first stop the gym to become your future self. I want to see like somebody printing this out, hanging it up, putting it in their gym, and like giving us a picture of it. Could be a home gym, but I think it'd be cooler if like more people could see it and go like, oh, what's that? Oh, that's VeeFriends. And yeah, we'll have people have asked about the prints and stuff. We'll probably have. There's a way that you can just go to the website. Honestly, if you just go to the website and you want to hit this download button, you could download a version of a pretty high resolution version to print yourself. If you'd like, we're totally cool with you doing that as long as you're not reselling it or, being a jerk. So that's a really good way of post the comics around, share them. You don't have to always buy things. Listen, we'll take your money. You can buy the things, like, of course, but honestly, if you have conversations with Gary too, like he says his main mission isn't like, I want to make money with VeeFriends. He says, I want to help change the world. I want people to fall in love with these characters. Like, I want the world to be a happier place. I want people to be happier. And so like, but that said, of course, we want to make a little bit of money, but I think we'd love it just as much if you can share the comics, share the content that we put out, share the memes, share the vibe, let's say. He's like, hey, I worked hard on that, man. All right. Then I'll put that doesn't cost anything but a little bit of time to share it with a friend. Or if you want to go the extra mile and print them out, hang them around, and that's cool. Really appreciate that. Okay, so let's get in here. I'm going to actually just start inking this one up over here. So now I'm going to fade out those rough lines a little bit. Fade these out a little bit more. Go to my inking brush. I call it Smooth Train because I made it on the train to New York when I was taking up Took a couple trips up to New York, and I'm like, I'm gonna try the train from Pittsburgh to New York. It's about an 8-hour train ride, but I thought I'll just draw on the train. I was able to, but it was a little bumpy. So I created myself a new brush. This brush is free too for artists out there if you want it. Go to gumroad.com and search Smooth Train. Smooth Train Procreate brush. I'm sure you'll find it even in Google probably. It's free. Just sharing it. But I actually really liked it when it wasn't bouncing around. So it just has some extra stabilization built in. But yeah, I'll be going up to New York next week. Just found out yesterday, so I'll be up there to review our comic book with Gary and Andy, the actual comic book. If you're not familiar with that, well, that's a whole other topic. But we have a comic book coming out as well. Why don't I just show you a little bit of what that looks like. What I'm doing right now, and I'm in the middle of doing, is the lettering for this comic book. So I'm doing that right here in Procreate. So VeeFriends created by Gary Vaynerchuk. The cover art was done by J. Scott Campbell, which I don't have on my computer or my iPad right here to show you. I did the story, and then the interior art was by my friend Chris Faison, or Faison. So I'm in the middle of lettering this comic, the whole comic book right now. So it's like a little peek to that. Everyone will get to read that comic sooner or later, but first, the gift goats. If you're not, I'm probably speaking some other language right now when I'm saying this out loud. Let me explain as I'm inking up this tremendous tiger. The gift goats are people that bought in a special character called the gift goat, and they get, for the last 3 years or something, they got gifts in the mail or gifts in general. And gift goat number 15 was they get the first comic book. So it's the very first issue 1, sealed up, first printing. You know, historic for the VeeFriends. The gift goats get it first. And that's just how it is. That doesn't mean that they're the only ones that can read it. So we're going to have another way for people to read it. And you'll be able to read it, I think, for free. So, you know, if you don't have a lot of money or whatever, don't worry about it. You're not going to have to spend $1 million to get this thing. And if you're at VCon, there's probably a good chance we're going to go do a look at it, you know, together. And but it's a different not age range, but maybe, you know, it's more geared towards the comic book market. So 14 and up, you know, there's some science fiction to it. There's some fun and adventure. The VeeFriends are real in it. Like, they are real beings in that world that come out. People don't think they're real, but they're actually real. So, and there's mysteries and all kinds of stuff that unfold. So it'll be a fun series, and well, at least a fun issue 1. And then we'll talk about if it's going to be a series next year and how we're going to do that. Pretty soon we'll talk about that. All right. It can be confusing, the difference between you say comics. Right now I'm drawing a comic strip. I'm drawing a daily comic strip. But a comic book, you know, is like 22 pages of story, you know, adventure story. Hey, look at that. That's a lot of likes over there on Instagram. On TikTok. Thank you. Thanks for Instagram. Your call to action is go comment on today's strip and say you watched the stream. That's what I'd like you to do. If you're listening live, go over to our Instagram page real quick. Comment on the comic strip today. It helps. The reason I'm telling you to do this, I'm going to be straight up, is engagement in that first hour or so. I think we posted it probably around 8:30. You know, we want to get more people to see it. So if in the first hour that it's up, you're commenting on it and sharing it with a friend, those are the best things that you can do to help the brand grow over on Instagram. So I appreciate you. Don't just do it because I'm telling you to do it. Just I want you to like the comics. If you don't like them, then you don't have to. But if you like the comics and you're excited and you're like, why aren't more people reading these comics? Then I need your help. Like, I need your help to do that. We need your help to do that. So appreciate you doing just that. Go to the Instagram page today on today's Luchador themed comic. Throw in your 2 cents in the comments. By you saying that you were here watching this live. And if you're on any of the other channels too, you're on X, whatever, listening, do the same thing. Go over to our Instagram, go into the comments, and say, hey, I was watching the live stream DJ sent me, or something like that. I don't know. Watch them drawing live. This is cool. Whatever you're feeling. I'm not telling you what to say, but it helps, because then Instagram's going to go like, oh, people care about this content and they like to share it and talk about it. They're going to show it to more people, and that's the best thing. That's what we really want, is more people to see these characters and kind of discover the brand. That's why we're on social media in the first place, really. So that's where you, the reader, come in. The fan, the friend. And on behalf of the entire VeeFriends team, I can tell you that we really appreciate it. We appreciate your support. So many people work so hard. Like, oh man, I don't even know what's going on with the road to VCon, but I think they've got a ton of packages to send out. That all gets done internally, you know, and they work real hard. It's fun, but it's a lot of work. There's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. A lot of people you don't see too. Our tech team. Shout out to the tech team. Even shout out to like just all the, we have a good, really good team at VeeFriends behind this. So, and we're going to be growing and grow along with you. If I see you at VCon, you know, I'll be hanging out at Friends Fest outside at VCon. Come up, say hello. Might have a surprise for you if you ask. People got real lucky at the wine party in New York City, which felt good because it's like, I know people were paying attention. That was cool. I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. There's just so many people, but as soon as I walked in, he saw me and he's like, hey, where's the secret stuff? And I'm like, oh man, that's cool. That just lets me know that someone was paying attention to what I was saying. So don't be afraid to ask if you want something cool. That's great. Okay. What a great comment. Thank you. Food is Fuel says, these recent comics have been making me love Tremendous Tiger more than before. That's cool. Austin? There's Austin. That's just hanging out with him in Kansas City. Morning, Austin. I know the nature of Instagram and whatnot is to like fly in and fly out, check in and check out. So if you're flying in and flying out, please go and comment over on the Instagram. Say that you watched the stream. Just say hello. It really helps the comics get reach. Helps VeeFriends get some reach out there in the wild world of meta. You know, we do it all organically. We're not gonna boost up the comics. We could, we could put some money behind that, but then like the organic reach is a little bit more solid somehow when it naturally finds its way to you. Does that make sense? Maybe not. See, Food is Fuel says, I remember leaving the wine party and remembering and realizing I forgot to ask. I think I was just starstruck. Get out of here with that. Sometimes it's weird though. I know that even talking to employees that have been at VeeFriends for a long time or at Vayner, I'm like, does it ever feel like, do you ever just kind of like stop and go like, can't even believe I'm hanging out with Gary and whatever, and they're like, yeah, all the time. It's a trip. You like look over and you're like, oh, there's Gary. Oh, I guess wow, how did I get here? The heck? But it's cool. Quite honestly, I'm 48 years old and I've known a lot of good people, but these are some of the best of the bunch that I've met. And even the youngsters, you youngsters on the crew, most of you, gives me hope for when I hear all the other old timers complaining and stuff, like, these kids, blah blah blah. I'm like, man, no way. You got to meet people like Corso and some of the VeeFriends staff. I think the kids are going to be all right. They're going to be, it's going to work out. Got a good positive vibe about that. That's a good pose. I like him snapping that in half. I'm probably going to ink in a lot more post-it notes because this man's been working on his 5-year plan for a long time. There's a leg of the easel's breaking off there. That's good. That worked out really good. We'll ink his little broken nose face. That's always a fun nose to draw. We're breaking some records in the TikTok stream today. We're gonna have 30,000 likes, 11 people watching. That's pretty amazing. You guys are awesome. That's great. Checking that. Sorry if I missed some comments, especially on Instagram. It kind of flies by, but again, that's my main call to action to you today. And actually, I'm going to do one more. If you're here and you're listening right now, if you comment on the Instagram post, and use this secret code word. I'm making this up as I go. Just go ahead and comment on the Instagram post and say the secret word somewhere in your sentence. Don't just say the word. Say the word tremendo on the Instagram post. And here's what I'm going to do. At the end of today, I'm going to look at the comments and all the usernames that said the word tremendo in the comments. And I'm going to pick somebody for something really special that I'm going to send you. Actually, it's not a sketch card. It's a one-of-a-kind something else. Made by me. Secret word. Tremendo. You gotta go post that on the Instagram if you're paying attention. I'm gonna take all the names that said it, and I'm gonna do a random drawing tomorrow here on the stream. I can do that. I got a little wheel that I can spin. But that's what you got to do. That's the thing, and I'll announce tomorrow what that thing is. But it's one of a kind something. One of a kind. I cannot write on this. You can't do lettering with this brush. You can do lettering with this brush. One of a kind. There's only going to be one of you getting something. One of you. One of a kind. Again, go to the Instagram comic today. This comic, it looks like this. It's got this man, this little kid, excited. You're going to go into the comments and say something, but you're going to use the word tremendo in there. I'm going to take all the names. I'm going to put them in a list, and then tomorrow I'm going to draw live on the stream here, and I'm going to send you a one-of-a-kind something, and we'll say what that is tomorrow. See, this is to get you to watch the comic streams. Does this sound good? Let's open up. How many do we need? We need 3? Alright. Okay. 2 more to do. Let's just grab these very randomly. Thanks for hanging out. I know you're probably starting your day. Got some work ahead of you. But I like the idea that the first thing that you're thinking about today is VeeFriends. What do we got in here? We got another. Oh, we got a double. Alright. Alright. Another Be the Bigger Person. I've been giving these out to kids, the ones that I open up. They really like them, and I might donate a bunch to the church or the school locally. What do we got? What is it? It is a Gary B bubblegum. Even has a little 5 on there if you can see it. That's great. Alright, to recap. Special thing today for those who are paying attention, even in the replay. You only have a little bit of time. But go to the Instagram. You're going to make a comment that doesn't just say tremendo, but you're going to use the secret word tremendo in your comment. Then tomorrow I'm going to gather all the names. I'm going to put them in a thing, and we're going to draw it live, and you're going to get a one-of-a-kind something from me to you. If that sounds good, do that up. Do it. If you forgot what I said, you can rewind it on the YouTube channel. And then check for this comic tomorrow to see how it came out. Alright guys, that's the stream. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow, bright and early, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Thanks over there on TikTok. 30,000 likes on TikTok today. Corso, you're a champion. Leading that. He's the captain over there on TikTok. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. I will see you real soon. If I can, end the stream. Okay, I'm going to end it though.